Good morning, everybody. Triletter, nice to see you. Welcome in. I guess it's not morning for you. It's afternoon, I'm assuming. But hello, and thank you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so welcome back. We are going to do some hackmud. It's been a long friggin' week. So I'm hoping to kind of pick up where we left off last Saturday, which I think was the last time we were in a hackmud. And thankfully, I left a nice big to-do list for myself. I think I remember saying this last time, is it's always nice to end a hackmud stream with a to-do list, because then we know exactly what we need to do. So let's take a look here. So we integrate DShawn encryption into this script. So this is the tier 3 scraping script. So we got to put our, basically just this and the from B64 functions that need to get ported over. I'm pretty sure anyway. The algorithms and stuff, I guess. We need to be able to handle being given the secret script, right? Because I think like the goal here now is to find more of those passphrases. I'm not sure if the passphrases are broodable. They probably would be, right? So we really just need to find them all. And then we can start just recording them. I don't know if I even did that yet. Wrote it down anywhere. Well, I guess I wrote it down here above its passphrase, or the image, the B64 image that matches the passphrase. And then I think it is safe to say that we won't have to do as much work once that's all finished. Where did I leave my to-dos? They're down here at the bottom. Yeah, so we have the vault and unvault function calls that we can make now to protect their upgrades when we are doing that scraping of the secret script entries. There's also one more to do in here somewhere. I think I put it in here actually, which is not finding the other images. I'm surprised I didn't write it down, but I do remember. And that is that the DShawn encryption itself needs to be made to know when it has found a correct answer and only display the correct one instead of displaying all the algorithms and making us figure out which one is the right one with our eyes. I'm surprised I didn't write that one down, but thankfully I remembered it to do. Actually, this one should maybe even be first. DShawn encryption needs to be able to. DShawn encryption should detect the correct algo and only return the decrypted result. So that's probably the first thing that we're going to do before I move the code in. All right. And then, yeah, detection of images and the associated passphrase. Detection of key images. Key and the images with associated passphrase. Start keeping track of passphrases. Okay, maybe brute forceable, so I did already have that thought, it seems. Enhance the script to then go through the reviews and decrypt and go through the encrypted calendar strings. And we still didn't find any locks, though. We did not find any locations last time when we were doing it manually. So hopefully once we have added all that automation to the scraping, we will start seeing locations somewhere. Please, for the love of God. Just want a location. We still have to go and actually do the tier 3 locks because I don't think we solved really any of them. So that's going to be horrible too. Okay. So let's go and do this first one. Should detect the correct algorithm and only return the decrypted result. So what were we doing here with the images? I can't quite remember. All the images needed to come back. I don't think we need this, right? Because we had... This is shifting it back using the algorithm that we're detecting. I'm not sure what that was. Okay, I think we're going to have to run the scraper just to get a pin, and then we can start kind of reminding ourselves how much this works and if it needs any tweaking done to it. And then we'll have to add a detection. I think the detection is simply going to be, is there an equal sign in the rotated text before we do the from B64? Because if it has an equal sign embedded anywhere except for the final 1 or 2 characters, then it's not B64. There's an unanswered question on whether or not every single entry in the secret script is meaningful, or if some of them are garbage on purpose, or like mangled or meant to represent something corrupted, because that might, well, whatever. We'll get there when we get there. So let's get my PM dev stuff set up here. We're going to save the Deshawn and the tier 3 scrape. I'm not sure what condition we left them in here. Show.mpcs, and we're going to go scrape something. Partially scrape something, I guess. All of these are a little on the older side, though I guess this one is the closest, so we'll do that one. And we don't want a continuation token because I'm sure there is one in there at this point. Trilater, you think there were some entries that were just plain text already and didn't need B64 decoding? Yes, that is correct. So there are some that won't need to be decrypted at all. Alphanumeric characters to see if decode was successful. So unfortunately that won't work. Not at least not a plain alphanum, because there are, for example, the calendar entries, once decrypted, contain corruption characters. So we could potentially look for any alphanum, anything in the normal ASCII range plus the corruption characters. That could possibly work. Yeah, because we have to think about the different types of valid data that we will get back. I think the biggest problem, like with the plain text entries, there's also some of the secret script files are already decoded. Like we get the little snippet of the novel or whatever, like from Alice in Wonderland or Frankenstein, and we won't need to apply Deshawn encryption to that at all. We should just be able to skip it. So I guess we could look for any non-B64 character. Like if we found a plus symbol, we would know that we don't need to Deshawn that one. We could just skip it altogether. So there's going to be a little bit of experimentation, I think, that we're going to have to do here. Just to check stuff. Hi, kitty. Hi. I thought you were sleeping. Come here. Oh. My cat likes to just sit just outside the room and cry. Because she wants me to pet her, but she won't just come all the way to me. Yeah, you're a good girl. There she is. All right. Trilater, how was your week? hope it was better than mine. You'll notice I'm not wearing my usual hackmud outfit. It's because one of the things I had to deal with this week was a broken washer and dryer. They both broke this week. So I hope your week was better. Yep. It does suck. Turns out that we didn't realize this. This is our first home. We'd always lived in apartments. We didn't realize the washer and dryer we had were likely apartment-sized washer and dryer from the family before. And so they just broke down because the family before us was a family of 5. It's just the 2 of us now. But like, there's a family of 5 before us using an apartment-sized washer every day like a normal washing machine. It just like couldn't keep up with it. So they had to be replaced this week, which was... What can you do? That's just one of many things. One of many things. Your week was pretty okay. Some people at work got back from holiday and your workload went down, not having to cover them. That's good. Now it's your turn for holiday, hopefully. Hopefully you get one too, right? Get so little vacation time. Ugh. I'll always need more. The last time I took a week off, like a couple months ago or whatever, I was like, I'm gonna stream like every day. I'm gonna play video games all day. It's gonna be great. Nope. Just chores. So many tasks on my to-do list I fall behind on. Oh, there's a big list in front of me. I don't want to look at it right now. Trilater, are you in the EU? You're in the EU-ish part of the world. Looks like we're dealing with a pretty high pin here. You're not the type of person to take longish holidays. You prefer many small holidays. You're in the EU. I'm kind of I like to give myself several long weekends throughout the year. Just take a Friday and a Monday off here and there, as opposed to I would never take like 3 weeks off. I think the last time I took 3 weeks off was like in between jobs. I quit one job and then I had 3 weeks till my next job started. Yeah, longer weekends and then a longer one per year plus Christmas. Yeah, Christmas is... This is funny. I actually didn't mind working like during that Christmas break because it's so slow at work. You're basically not working because like nobody's there. There are no customers asking for things. So it was just like, I guess it depends on what you do. Like if I worked retail or sales, maybe depending on what you're selling, Christmas would be awful probably. Where you work, you get 30 days paid time off per year. That's pretty good. I think I get... What do I get? I have 20, I think, plus 12. But the 12, like those 10 of the 12 are like fixed holidays, like statutory holidays. So I end up with like 32 days off, which is pretty good. But still not enough. I'm not one of those types of people that enjoys working. I work because I need to, not because I want to. Wow, this pin is really high. Okay, there we go. 8360. Okay, we got our secret script here that we should just be able to copy and paste. I will need to vault our backups, or our upgrades, I should say. Hey, Flux, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Tyler, you went to a friend's birthday party yesterday. It was fun. This morning, a bit less so. Oh, one of those parties, huh? All right. Oh yeah, something else we didn't think about. This stuff needs to be decorrupted. I don't know if we were accounting for that inside. I think we were, actually. I think we had decorruption in the scraping anyway. Yeah, we had we had limited corruption. Then we had decorruption. That might be better if we used Flux. Flux's capacitor script. We could bake that in here because it's probably a little bit more efficient than what I have written, because I haven't really spent too much time on making it more efficient. So I think what we might do here is, so we have a string in args, is we might set this to be flux.capacitor. And we have a doc, which is S, and a dir, which is A. I think we can just return that. I think that works. It might be better to just comment this one out. And then have another one. SA, and then it can just do that. There. Friend's apartment comes with a 100 square meter rooftop terrace, and the weather was really nice except for short rain. Wow, that sounds really nice. Sounds like a nice apartment. 100 square meter rooftop terrace. Yeah, like a rooftop garden party. That's classy. Sounds awesome. I have all these to-dos everywhere in here. Okay. So let's just try this first. Okay, so this is just some string. So we might as well practice with this one. So let's flush this. And I'm going to go and grab this. Notepad. Give me a second here. Kitty, what are you doing? Hey? Hey? Sorry, hold on one sec. I have to stop my cat. Sorry. Troublemaker. Troublemaker cat. Flux lib has a decorruptor function, which capacitor is just a shell of. Oh. Well, I guess I could do it that way. So, I mean, I guess there's a little bit of overhead, right? So flux lib. Flux.lib. Type it in the console to return docs. Oh, it's pretty big. Nice. Very nicely formatted. I like it. So clean, is that the right one? Clean target args. And then returns a string. Okay. So I should just be able to do fluxlib.clean. TA. All right. Cool. Thanks, Flux. I will, yeah, I'll have to implement that in a minute here, but Let's go back and get the result that we had flushed. Oh god, my game auto flushed the flux. That fluxlib docs. Okay. I think this is the one. Go put this into Deshawn up here. We also need to find the key though. So we'll keep going. Can we find the key? Oh, it should just be the 13 because it's got the word key in it. Yep, there it is. Copy this too. Okay. We'll unvault now. Up Deshawn. Is Deshawn just doing a regular decrypt right now? Yes, it appears to be doing so. So, we should get a bunch of results here. I don't know what this one is, but it's not B64 because it's got an equal sign in it. This one's also not B64 because it's got an equal sign in it. Okay, hold on. So this is going to be an image, which means that I don't want to be logging this right now, because that's going to just give us garbage no matter what it is. This is going to be a little bit easier to read. Okay. Interesting emote. An oldie but a goodie. Flush so I can see what all the invalid characters are. So these, assuming that so there's several probably options here. So the pre-decrypted value could be it could be plain text, right? Like it could have pluses in it. Oh no, because B64 stuff has a plus, doesn't it? I bet they did that on purpose. It will not, however, have... That's sneaky. So the novel snippets of the novels have pluses instead of spaces. I have seen slashes as well. And I think they have numbers. So it's actually not possible to discern them using the B64 alphabet. If it's like just a snippet from Alice in Wonderland without being Deshawned at all. So all of these look, this is the crazy thing. These all decoded and all of them look like B64, except any of them have an equal sign embedded. This one doesn't appear to. It just has equal signs at the end. So this is probably the valid entry. This one here. Actually, we could probably go and we could just look at this as an image. B64 image viewer. This was the one we were using before, I think. See? There's another animal. So what I can do here with this one is we can also save this one as well. Small black cat, perhaps? Now, we have to check this. We have to check So I'm assuming the work is going to be reviews here. Whoops, missed a... Okay, and then passphrase, small black cat. Nope. Medium black cat? I guess it's not a black cat, right? It's black and white cat? No, it is a medium black cat. So this one's a medium black cat. All right. So let's see if we can get Deshawn encryption here, only returning the correct answer. So instead of logging all of them, it will log just the result. So we have to know that there are no equal signs. I don't even think I'm using the return value from this anyway right now. Oh, the browser's still visible. Damn it. Thank you. I have a sticky note on my desk that says browser because I keep leaving it open. I've got browser blindness. All right. So we want to change this code so that it only returns the response that looks correct after it's been rotated. So the rotation has to only contain, what's the easiest way? I could check everything except for the last two characters. So if I do rotated dot slice, starting at 0 and ending the end index. So I could do -2, which would be 2 from the end, dot includes an equal sign. So if this isn't true, then I can log it. I could return it. That's the answer, right? So I'm going to return this one because I don't need those. Otherwise, I have to return failed to decrypt, I guess. And then this could be log Deshawn encrypt data key. So let's try this again. Okay, so that looks a bit better. So it detected just the correct answer. Now I need to test this against all the entries. I think we have to keep going. I'm going to revault, and we're going to go back to looking at some of the other entries in here. So let's look at 1. Okay, actually, let's clear. Do 1. We're going to go all the way up to 12. And then we're going to do 14 as well. So that we get a bit more test material to work with, though a lot of these entries seem to be garbage. Surprisingly. I think we've only seen 2. There's 3 maybe. I was hoping we would see one of the plain text ones, but it doesn't look like it. So we'll flush this. And we're going to go through all of these. I should probably do it like this, because this will be a bit faster if I just copy them all right now. Seg fault, there's another one. Seg fault, seg fault. There's one. Whoops. Keyboard. Okay, I think that's it. Those are the ones that we have. So, should be able to unvault my stuff. Up to Sean here. So we'll start with the first entry. Rumpelstiltskin? Spinning straw into gold. So, I mean, it correctly detected that as correct. It's just the result is plain text. So I guess we also have to figure out what to do with the result. But let's just see if we can continue to correctly... Okay, so this one didn't do anything. And why is that? So let's just mark... no, we should solve it. We should just solve it while we're on it. Okay. So let's go back to this part. We're going to log each one. So that we can see what we're dealing with. Oh, hold on. I don't want this. Forget that. It's a lot. Do any of these look like an image? Any of them starting with /9j/? Doesn't look like it. So all of them have an equal sign inside of them, which is also valid. Did the value itself have an equal sign? The value itself does not start with /9j/. So, and there's an equal sign in the middle of it. So we don't actually know what this one is. So this one did not decrypt. It is not plain text. It's not an unencrypted image. It is not valid B64. So what is it? Is it garbage? Are some of the entries meant to just not be decrypted? Like some of the entries just aren't decryptable into something? They're just garbage? Or are we still missing something? I don't know. I don't know what to do with this one. Okay, well, we will hold on to that one for now, I guess. I don't know what else to do with it. So this one gave us a snippet of some kind, and it did accurately detect that one is correct, so that's good. So that one's fine. This one is likely an image. Yes, it is. So it found the image. Might as well go look at it. Small black dog. Pretty sure that's a small black dog. Isn't this the same user, though? This is the same user. How could they have medium black cat and small black dog passphrases? This is a little confusing. So let's go back. If we can get back to the script call that we had. Small black dog. Either both work. Well, yeah, so either both work or there's just more than one in there. So finding an image isn't enough. You also need to find the right one. It's possible that the passphrase for this is not small black dog, that it's supposed to be something else. But from my understanding, from my current understanding of the passphrases, it's size, color, animal. However, we only have seen 2 and heard of a third, a small white cat. So there's 2 images. Okay, this kind of backs up our previous theory that maybe the passphrases are just broodable. And once you've got all the different passphrases, you just find the one passphrase that works. Large white cat, yeah. So is this small black dog? Or is it something else? So I think another success. So, geez. So we know if the decoded starts with /9j/, that it's an image. So we can bake that into here as well. And say, if the rotated slash includes this, we can also log sorry, I should do if rotated starts with /9j/, then we can also log image detected, I suppose. And then we'll return the image text. I have the browser open again. So I'm going to add this in here, that if it starts with /9j/ that we've detected an image of some kind. However, I still don't know what this picture is. Maybe small black dog is a valid passphrase, but not for this user. That's true. It's just weird that this... I don't know if that makes... I think we just have an incorrect assumption that the secret script for a user that the secret script for a user contains their passphrase. I think the assumption may be that secret scripts for users contain passphrases, possible passphrases. And we still are, the intention is for us to still root the passphrase for a particular user, which would mean, though, that we don't need to go through the secret script entries as part of our scraping. Because, I mean, we could, I guess. I just don't know if we need to once we have them all. I'd say we don't. We don't. Save the image nonetheless. Yeah, so I think I did here. Small black dog, I think, because the problem is I wasn't able to successfully test that. But it would match, like, the other patterns that we're seeing. So large white cat was the other one, and we actually don't know what the image string looks like. Okay. So we can continue. There was only one more file here. Image detected, and then this. So this one had 3 images in it. No, it had 2 images, and this was the image that we found before, I think. Is the same image twice? Hold on a second. What was at I0? I thought this one had the cat in it. Let me just check this again. Let me sanity check this. Are these decoding to the same image? So if I go and I take this, flush this one. Actually, let's put it in let data 6 equal this. It couldn't possibly, because it's encrypted to the wrong... The string is different. What's going on here? This one also detected an image. Oh my god. Was that the same? Same image, different encryption algorithm. This one was repeat every 2. But this one was... Okay, so that's why. So there were 2 medium black cats. Yes. Yes, Trilater, you are correct. The same image encrypted in a different mode. Mode, actually. That is a much better way than saying algorithm. That is correct. It's the decryption mode. I like that. All right, so that just goes to show us that the secret scripts are just the hints and not necessarily the answer, unless it's supposed to be the image that shows up the most frequently. Because medium black cat was the correct answer for this user. So is it because it showed up twice and the other one only showed up once? Again, doesn't really matter, I don't think, because it's just brutable. So images can show up more, the same image can show up more than once in the user's secret script. So the only unanswered question we have is about this string that didn't decrypt into anything. It failed to decrypt. So was it garbage? Or are we doing something wrong? Or are we missing something? There is a 9th decryption mode. There's a 9th mode, or this is something else. We're supposed to do something else with this string. It's got equal signs embedded all over the place. I think we have to assume that it's garbage for now. I think we have to assume it's garbage. Okay. Well, either way, we appear to have decryption, the decryption function detecting whether or not the final result is the correct one for, whichever mode that it's decrypting. So we should be able to just take this and port it into the scraping script. Actually, I guess before we do that, we still have to go and get the key from the secret script. Right. Hold on. How do you automate the secret script? I remember running into this. We ran into this at the end of last stream now, I'm remembering. We can't call the secret script when we find it. I think that was in our to-do list. I have to manually feed it back into it. Handle being given the secret script instead of the corp script, because it's a string. We can't convert a string into a scripter mid-run. So it has to be able to end. How do you stop auto? Do you have to throw an exception to stop auto from running? Like I would like to throw logs here instead of returning them. Well, let's have this thing take a secret script first. So how do we detect if the script that we're given is a secret script or not? It will have underscores. I don't know if that's always the case. No, and some of the show.npcs, I think, has some of the corps have underscores anyway. Well, none of these do anyway, but that doesn't mean that none of them do ever. Think about this for a sec. If the second part has an underscore. Nope, I think there's a better way to check this. Since it's a manual step, I suppose it could just be a parameter. I could just have backup true or whatever. I could just have an argument called backup. That might be the easiest bet here. So I have to have a huge branch in this. All of this down to here is one branch of code for handling the corporation script. So if not a dot was it backup, I guess? If that is true, or a dot backup is false. Then I'll do all of this down to here. Put it into two subfunctions. Yeah, I could have just two subfunctions, I suppose. I do just, I'm not sure how to exit the auto loop yet. I think I'm just going to do the branching logic just for now, but I will keep that in mind for later. I don't know how much of this stuff I have to keep yet. I'm also not deleting my state information. So something else that I want is like the continuation token. Has the pin in it. And then I need to feed that key back into the token, because the secret script only needs to be run once. I don't know if there's a point in it. I don't know if there's a point in doing this like this, honestly, because I have to run the next step manually, right? Because I have to change the way that the scraping script is being run manually, one way or the other, because I have to change the target. But I only need to run the script once to get the key. So it's like, I don't know how best. I don't know how best to approach this. What am I going to want to do at the end of the day? I find the user's pin the first time I run it, then it'll dump out the secret script. Then I run the secret script, and the secret script, I just need the key, so it'll return me the key. Then I have to feed the key back into it, back into the scraper, to continue with the rest of the process. But finding the key itself is, it's a one-step process. You don't have to brute force anything. You don't have to run it multiple times. You just run it and just look with your eyes at it. So I'm not sure that it's totally necessary. I'm not sure if it's worth automating that step, because it requires manual intervention regardless. It requires manual intervention. So it's like, maybe I should just feed a key as a parameter into the scrape. So I run the script manually with the backup script. I run that manually, and then I feed a key into it. And then if it has a key value, it does something else. So this could be if a.key, if there's no key, do all this stuff, and then spit out the secret script and end. Otherwise, if you do have a key, then we're going to start decrypting entries in the calendar or reviews or whatever we're going to do with the key. Else we have a key, so this is the second stage of scraping, and we'll just manually locate the key. I think that's probably the best bet. I think that makes the most sense. And we can save the key in the continuation token as well, if it's given to us. There's a key. I guess I just have key. I don't know what to do here. If we're given a key, then we can do key equals a.key. Otherwise, we're going to load it from the token. I think that makes more sense. I guess that makes the most sense. So we'll find the key manually, we'll feed it back into the scraping script, and then the scraping script, if it's given a key, will do a different set of, it'll basically just continue. So there's a manual pause involved here. I'm going to use mode there. I like the word mode better than algo or algorithm. I'm not going to do this to you. I should now take the DSHA encryption and all of the code that goes along with it and move it into here. This is going to... So I need DSHA encryption. I need the key strings array. I need the B64 chars string. And I need the from B64 function. I think that's it. I think those are the things that I need here. Okay. So I don't know, I feel like this is done, but I also think that we have to test it a bit more. So so the first thing that we can do now that we are feeding a key in here is we can go through the calendar entries and we can attempt to DSHA encrypt all of them and see if any of those have any meaningful information in them. So we can do, that is in one of the, so what are we, did we save the, I don't think we're saving the crypt vals to the token, which we should do if we're going to need them. So crypt vals is going to come up here. Actually, I don't think the calendar entry itself matters, so this could probably just be an array of the values. So we could do crypt vals dot push and then R1. So that will push the Sorry, what's the problem here? Expected something. Okay, what went wrong there? Crypt vals equals an empty array first. Is that okay? All right, that's fine. If I comment this out, is that okay? That's fine. If I do crypt vals.push rr at 1, is that okay? Yes. Okay, I must have had a weird typo in there I didn't see. All right. And then crypt vals has to actually go into the token. So save continuation token. So we're going to put crypt vals up here. I don't know if I'm, this doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm missing something. Doing something weird here and something doesn't feel right. Maybe it's just because I haven't played in a while. My brain is still foggy. Okay, so save the crypt vals to the continuation token. We're going to do this equals ct.cryptvals. I have to make it an array. We're going to push values into it. Then we're going to save the token. Then down here, we're going to load, we're going to do for let val of crypt vals. Whoops. So we're going to go through each of them. And we're going to Deshaun crypt each entry, I guess. So what should I do? I should log them, I guess. From B64, Deshaun crypt entry. And then just return logs, I guess. Let's try this. Reach my maximum character count. Oh shit. Wow. Okay. Well. It is what it is, I guess. Ugh. I want tier. Oh my god, I can't type. No? Rarity? I haven't done enough hackmud. Recently I'm forgetting how to use a market. 100 mil? I mean, like a... You know what? How many character counts is this one? I mean, it's just as good as anything, I guess. I need to withdraw 10 million GC, I guess. And then buy this one. Okay, and it's loaded. Okay. So I should be able to up that again. Alright. So the tier 3 scrape should just dump the backup script value. What was I doing? I should get it from my history because I don't remember the context.intern. There. This should dump out the secret script. Nope. Cannot read property push of undefined. Probably this one. Why? Because it is null in the continuation token, and I had this problem before because it's loading it, but it's null. So we're going to do the same thing here. Only if the length is greater than 0 will we load it from the token. No. This is stupid because the token is actually in a form where this wouldn't have happened naturally anyways. So I think I should be able to feed a value in here. Is this how I did this? Feed a token value? No. You know what? Ah, God damn it. I'm just going to switch because that one's probably going to expire soon anyway. Let's just start fresh. Start fresh with a new target and no continuation token and just wiping it out. And let's see if this works up to the point where it starts decrypting calendar entries without me having to do any intervention aside from, I guess, canceling the auto and getting the key from the backup. Ugh. So what passphrases do we know of so far? Medium black dog and medium black cat are the only two that we've personally witnessed. Small black dog we saw an image for, but we're not exactly sure if that's a matching passphrase. And large white cat is the one that I think we were given a hint about, but we haven't manually verified. I don't think this string matters anymore. Like, I don't think we actually need to store this and do a string match. I mean, I guess we could if we wanted to start farming secret scripts for all of the possible passphrases, that we could say, if it's this one, then just ignore it and move on. Don't list it as new. So we could do kind of a detection of new images that don't match the current ones. Okay, so this is an issue with it logging the continuation token. I don't want it to log that crypt vals when it logs the continuation token. So where does that happen? That is when it does the save, I think. So it says continuation token saved. I want to do delete cto.cryptvals and then log it. Okay. So we should just be able to run this ourselves. It is going to be the entry that has key in it, which is going to be 9. then we should be able to take this and feed it back into here with key this. That didn't fucking do anything. That didn't do anything. Dshawn crypt returns values. So it's supposed to come into here. Set key, do let val of crypt vals. Let's try this. It's doing nothing. Can we like log cryptvals.length here? Zero. Oh shit, I actually fucking straight up deleted it because I forgot I saved the continuation token. Fuck. I think maybe I should just log G. Damn it. I actually straight up deleted the fucking crypt vals out of my shit. This should re-enter them. Oh, I'll have to re-upload. Do I load the CT when I'm given a key? That's an interesting question too, actually. I think maybe that's part of the problem. No, I don't. So there were two things I was doing wrong, and I think that counts as two stupid typos. So this should be done. This should be done above this branch. Here. This can be done with the rest. But I also call this save continuation token multiple times through the process, and I was deleting the crypt vals from the object here so that it wouldn't log them. But the first time it comes in here and deletes them and then continues on with the rest of its work, that's it. It's gone forever, right? Because I deleted it from the object. Okay. So if I do this, I should get crypt vals. All right. Then running that again with the key. Okay. There are 280 crypt vals, and then I get a different problem. Cannot read property 0 of undefined. And that would be because I am not passing the key into here. Whoops. I will need to... What did I just do? I need to upload this. Pass the key in. Too many lines. A lot of these values, I thought Dshawn crypt is not supposed to report something unless, oh, it's because I'm logging the calendar entry. It's only supposed to log it.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
George Star.
It's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
It's what they use to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why did they use them to make Brondo?
Because Brondo's got electrolytes.
Welcome, Jorstar. Thank you. And you really do come in with the hydrate every single time, don't you? That was a player location. We actually found a location in one of these things. I think that's the first one. So is that the trick, that the locations... Is that how they leak next to users? It only seems to be the same one every time. Okay. So we did get a location in one of these calendar entries at least. But the issue is the DSHA encryption function should not be dumping a value out if it won't decrypt. So I saved this. I'm just going to re-upload it here and we're going to try this again. Yeah, why is this stuff coming out like this? What is all this crap at the bottom? What is this crap? It shouldn't be coming out. We shouldn't be getting stuff like this. I'm doing a from B64 on them. It's possible they're not B64. Yeah, so it could be a failed B64 decrypt. It could be that they are encrypted. They are B64, but they're not strings. They could be something else. So let me... Because the DSHA encrypt is supposed to... What it checks for is sees if there are any equal signs. That might not be good enough. Check for those characters in regex. So the only problem is... so with using... TriLetter suggested something similar earlier in the stream. So the issue, though, is that, like, as you can see, the calendar entry here does have some... You know what I think I need to do here, actually, is I think I need to... Let me, like, log just some breaks in here so that I can see where things are starting and finishing, because everything's just kind of bleeding together here. Okay, so it does... Actually, I don't need to do that. I just need one because it's in a loop. Let me try this again just to make sure there's no empty entries. Okay. So, like, this one likely has a corruption character at the end. I mean, that could be a real corruption character. But it's also because I'm not unpadding them. So it looks like this is where the locations are supposed to come out, right? That's what we were seeing before. Wait, did this straight up not decrypt the same way? All calendar entries so far included invitees, right? I mean, the ones that we decrypted do, but I don't know if there's something else in the calendar entries. Maybe the calendar entries don't matter, and we're not meant to... I mean, but they do, because there are locations that... There are locations that leak in here, or at least there's one location that leaks in here. So we can't straight up ignore the calendar entries, but the valid ones do seem to be the word invitees. I guess my question is, what is this supposed to be then? This looked like it kind of... that might be a coincidence. Yeah, I'm not sure. It also looks like there should be... Whoops. Like, it looks like there should be a location here, right? It didn't come through. Is that my bad? Did it not come through because I did something wrong? Or do they just not always come through? Or is that actually what they're supposed to look like? It's always the letter A, and then there's some unprintable character in there. What do the non-invitee entries look like before decrypted, but before B64? So you want to just like, so we could log. Okay, so we could do this. Then we could log the crypt val, like itself, just the value. Then we could log Deshawn crypted val with key, and then we could log the from B64. We'll get significantly fewer results fit in here. They might not be B60 after decrypt. Okay. So we'll have the decryption without the B64. We got an ad coming up in about a minute here, so let's try this. So this didn't contain an equal sign, so it assumed that my code assumed that it was B64 because there was no equal sign. This one looks like B64 because it only has one equal sign at the end. And it did. It came out as this. But this one didn't decrypt anything. It's just a string. These ones failed, which means that... which makes sense. I think I want to log the value also. Like, what is it trying to decrypt here? That maybe is already B64. All right. We've got an ad coming up, so I'm going to step away for a couple minutes and do my break routine. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so I think what I wanted to do was, yeah, like, this didn't work. This failed to decrypt. So none of the decryption modes resulted in readable text. No, this is the calendar entry itself. That's the calendar entry. And then none of the decryption modes resulted in something that looked like B64. That's why I did that. I think. So is it just B64? Maybe it's just B64. Cyber Chef here from base 64. Hello. Hi. Yes, you're a good girl. I don't think that copied correctly, and only part of it copied for some reason. Why did only part of it copy? I want the whole thing. Give me the whole thing. There's probably character alignment problems I'm having right now. Yep. Fuck. Flush, and I'll grab it off the shell text instead. Non-printable characters in terminal. Yeah. So the part that doesn't decode, it doesn't decode to anything useful. It doesn't look like it. So this could be what... It's hard to tell because we just don't have enough information. Is the issue that some of these entries are just junk? Or is the issue that we still have something wrong somewhere in the decryption? We have already confirmed that all of the decryption modes are working correctly because we've seen each of them successfully decrypt something. So is it possible that we're missing another step of the process though? Or are some of these just garbage? They're just garbage. And if it comes out as garbage, that's fine. Just move on to the next thing. I don't know if we necessarily have enough information. This is just garbage. It's not B64, and none of the decryption modes result in something that looks like B64. So it correctly just says, the code just correctly says that's garbage because it doesn't know what to do with it. This one, it took this, it resulted in this, which it says looks like B64. So then it tries to B64 it, but just gets junk. But I mean, just because it looks like B64 doesn't mean that it is. So that's correct. Are these fragments like, is this a fragment here? I probably won't be able to copy it like that either. So let me grab it off the shell here. No, it's also garbage. So I suppose what I should do, if it's an image, I think I want to color, hold on, I actually don't need to do that. I think I want to color this if it's an image just so it stands out a little bit more. I don't think there's any images in here. But I'm going to color it anyway. J, I think, is the one I want to use. So we're going to do J, image detected. Else, I am going to return from B64 of the rotated text. We don't need to see the rotated text anymore. I just want to see the B64 stuff. It's gotta all be B64. Right? I don't know. Maybe we're not supposed to be going through the calendar entries at all. So many of these turn into B64, but they're just garbage. I've only found one location in here. Man. And it's just the same one over and over and over again. These are just calendar entries, though. This isn't the reviews. So maybe we should write some code to go through the reviews and see if that stuff's the same too. This is producing a lot of output, though, is another problem. So it's kind of hard to see if this is the sum of all the entries, but like there's so many of this, just crap. It's just crap. Maybe I could have like an is crap detection function, I suppose, and if it contains any characters that aren't alphanumerics, if they aren't any word characters, punctuation, or the known corruption characters, then it's just garbage, and I could just get rid of it. And that could save us some time. We could count how many entries are just unprintable garbage like this. It just bothers me that there's so many of them in here. And we did see one. We did see one entry in the secret script that we couldn't figure out what it was. It was just characters. Didn't decode into a B64 string or an image. I'm not sure if we checked that actually. Did we confirm that it didn't decode into an image? It's this one. I think it's still in Deshawn. Yeah, it can't be an image. Because they're all equal signs. There's equal signs all throughout all of them. So is it just crap? Or are we missing a step to the decryption? We're missing another step, maybe? It's very frustrating still. Okay, let's just write some code to go through the reviews. And try those. So this doesn't do anything. These are calendar entries. Encrypted calendar entries. So let's do the encrypted review entries. I don't think we've actually written any code at all to page through the reviews menu. We should have... Where were we? I don't remember where we were finding the menus. So I think menus at 0 is going to be... We are saving it to the continuation token, so we should be able to do... If I just log, let's just try by logging it. Nav key. I don't remember how to set this shit. I gotta go look at the other code. case I want it. You have code, which is the regex to test for crap characters from the other DSHA encryption code. I'm not going to go and look at that just yet, TriLetter, but thank you. And that in itself is a bit of a hint, I suppose. Tells us that someone else has come across the same problem, that you need to be able to test for garbage. I'm going to continue writing this code for the review menu first. So this is what they do. So do nav key is menus at 2. We're going to do menus at 0 to lowercase. And there were also pages for the reviews as well, right? It had a whole bunch of pages. So we have to do kind of the same thing here. We have to do menu page, I guess. So we're going to have to create another variable, and another thing is going to get saved because there's probably going to be continuation involved in this also. So we're going to do, we are going to do review page equals, and then we're going to start at 0. Saving this will go review page is review page. Loading it from the token. Review page equals ct.review page. While review page is less than, I think we only saw like 10. Review page, we're just going to do review page plus plus. I think we do dot page equals review page. I don't think I saw any other type of page, but there might be. The response is going to do, we're going to do something different with the response. I think right now we're just going to they could be encrypted or they could not be encrypted. I think we will log them first. We will just log the responses for now so that we know what we're dealing with. And then I don't think we need any of this. Stop early if we receive a totally empty review page, I think is not a bad idea. If not response, if response.length equals 0 maybe. And then we can set it equal to 10. I don't know. Actually, I don't think we have to do anything. We can just do this. Either we'll hit page 10, whatever. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll try it. Not really. That's why. This is again because we're doing because we added a new property to the continuation token while we were already using one. So if not review page is going to equal to 0. That should help. Just for now. Just going to put to do, remove this. Cannot read property map of null. Correct, because I don't want this code at all. Because I don't even know what these responses are right now. Oh. The passphrase. Right. I have to brute force the passphrase currently. Because we don't have any code to look it up. I think that's going to be the final attempt that we make anyway. Like that's going to be what we end up doing at the end. So we're going to have a passphrases. And we had large white cat, medium black dog, medium black cat, medium black dog, medium black cat, small black dog. Those are the ones that we think we need. What is it, sweetheart? Hey? Yes, I love you. You're a very good girl. So we actually have to brute the passphrase first before we can do that stuff. So just step here. Find the correct passphrase. Do that passphrase is going to equal let pass of passphrases. The g.passphrase equals pass, and we'll do if. We'll do e to call the target, and we'll do if result dot test provide passphrase. If result. Actually, it always seems to be provide passphrase, so we could probably just do if it's not equal to provide passphrase. Then break. I think. That should find the passphrase. I suppose if we get here and the result is still equal to provide passphrase, then we can log passphrase not known. Passphrase not known, and then return logs. Okay, let's see if that does it. Result is not defined because it's supposed to be response, not result. Incorrect passphrase. Provide passphrase. Incorrect passphrase. Why are there so many entries here? Passphrase equals pass. What am I doing here? Large white cat. Let pass of passphrase. It did large right cat, and then it didn't move to the next ones because the response is not what I think it is. Fuck. Because this is supposed to be up here. Right? Okay, so that's a different problem. And that is this corporation, because we moved to a new corporation, has a passphrase that we don't know. God. God damn it. Oh, man. Okay, so we have to go and manually find the fucking thing. This should spit out the secret script for the user that we found. And we have to go and manually Deshaun crypt these, looking for a different passphrase that we're not aware of. Oh, God. Oh, man, there's a lot of stuff in here. That is just a straight up image. That one. Have I seen a plain text image before? I can't remember. Oh my God, there's so many entries. Wow. Wow. Okay. That was a lot. This is the key. I mean, the benefit is this might give us several images, right? It could also give us a whole bunch of garbage. Who can say? I suppose we can say shortly once we copy all of these in. So I'm going to copy all of these in. Data 2 equal. Have to do a bunch of copying and pasting. It's like, should I be automating this part? Because that's essentially automating the passphrase image scraping. But that's like writing dead code, because eventually I won't need any of that stuff. Jesus, how long was this one? 14 kilobytes. What the fuck? This is a straight image, so I'm not going to copy it into my Deshaun script. I'm going to copy it into here. That's not an animal. Okay. Small brown house. Small yellow house. So they're not all animals, I think, is what we're learning from that. Small yellow house. And I think what sucks is I don't actually know if that's true or if it's this user's legitimate passphrase, because we know that there's multiple passphrases hidden in these secret scripts. So I'm just going to put small yellow house in there, and we'll have to see if that works at some point. But that's just oh shit, what did I just do? Turn word wrap off. So that was just a straight image with no decryption on it. Does that mean that some of the images, some of the entries don't have decryption either? That no. Just I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna really confuse myself here if I don't stay on target. All right, we're just gonna keep copying these in. We found potentially a small yellow house. This one had so much stuff in it. There's still more. Wow. We're on 8. That's insane. 9 if you include the one that was not, if you include the one that wasn't encrypted. Still going. How many more do we have? I think that was the last one. Okay. Unvault. Up Deshaun. And we'll Deshaun. Okay, that's nothing. Sorry, put that back. And just call this 1. I don't need all this underscore crap. What is that? That's nothing. Am I B64ing this? I am not. Wait, what? Hold on. Yes, I am. What? Wait. That was just a rotation without B64ing? So the first one I didn't B64 it. God damn it. That's just a rotation. That's just a character rotation. That's decryption with no B64ing. Fuck's sakes. Oh, this is so, there's so much going on here, man. So fucking many alternatives. So that's garbage, or it appears to be garbage. That decrypts into plain text. That didn't decrypt. Oh, there's someone at my door. Give me a minute here. All right, sorry about that. Okay. All right. Did this one decrypt or not? I don't remember. No. Okay. That one doesn't decrypt either. I'm worried that I broke something. I haven't seen a single one of these turn into a B64. Maybe they're not going to. But that's also plain text. None of these appear to be an image either. Okay. This looks... I wonder if this is a non-JPEG image. Because it looks like it's B64. So we're going to come over here and I'm just going to see. No. Ah, the stupid... Stupid non-printable characters. It's really annoying. All right. Copy it out of here, and then we'll put it in here. Okay. Well, that's good at least. So it looks like it's B64, but it's not. Okay. Why are there so many things in here that don't... Where are all the images? This one had one plain text image of a small yellow house, and the rest of it's garbage. Are those the same entry? Those decrypted into this... Those decrypted... Decoded into the same string of nonsense. Am I reading that right? This is 9. This is 8. Those look the same to me. Now, it's hard to tell because some of these are unprintable characters. But it looks like those two decrypted into the same string of garbage. Okay. So the only image we got was small yellow house. So that should be the right one then, if I add it into tier 3 scraping. So we'll up T3 scrape. And we will go with the key here and see if small yellow house works. Small... What was that a friggin' picture of? Then. Tiny? They're called tiny houses, right? Is that a tiny yellow house? Maybe I should test this, Maybe I should test this. Manually. Try to find this manually. So, sorry, that's supposed to be work. This is supposed to be reviews. Passphrase is going to be tiny yellow house. Could it be wooden instead of yellow? That's possible. Let's try tiny yellow house. It always seems to be size, color, object, but that could just be a coincidence from what we've seen yet. So you were suggesting small wooden house. No. Maybe just small wood house. Tiny wood house. They're typically called tiny houses. Maybe it's small yellow shed. It's not a house at all. Maybe it's a shed. Maybe it's a medium shed then. Maybe some deranged lunatic considers that a medium-sized house. No. Could also be a cabin. Yeah, it could be small yellow cabin. Small wood cabin. This is the original. Portable cabin. So I think you're onto something, Triletter, with it being called a cabin. It doesn't look yellow in the original image. Small wooden cabin, perhaps. Small wooden cabin. No. Portable wooden cabin. Portable wood cabin. No. God damn it. It is wood. It's a cabin or a house. It came from, and it looks like an article on portable cabins. I'm going to leave. I am intentionally leaving Chrome open while I type. We're going to look at that, and we're going to look at this, and we're going to see if we can think of any other possible passphrases this could be. There's another possibility here, though, and that is this isn't the right passphrase for this user, even if we did get it right. But that would mean that this user's passphrase was not in their secret script anywhere, which would be very disappointing. And also could be that we, again, are still missing something, and so it was in there somewhere, but we couldn't find it. Because we had a 14K entry in there that didn't decode into something, right? One of these lines was 14K long. What else could this be? We tried small brown house. What color would you say that wood is? Brown. Small brown cabin. Beige. Small beige cabin, small beige house. Tiny beige house. Tiny brown house. Tiny brown cabin. Tiny beige cabin. Tiny beige home. Tiny brown home. Small brown home. Small beige home. Try little. It's also in the lens at the sidebar. Little brown house. Little brown cabin. Little brown home. Little wood cabin. Little wooden cabin. Little wooden house. Little wood house. Fuck. Little brown house. I think I already tried these. Little brown house, little brown home. I tried tiny, I tried small. If someone thinks that this house is not small, tiny, or little, they are kidding themselves. What is the thumbnail called? And it's not called anything, it's just image 3. Which one of these was first? May 14th, 2019. So this is from 2022. This is actually newer. So this one is older. It's using the same picture. So that's interesting because somebody ripped this picture off from somebody else. So where does this picture originally come from then? Because it's not from the website we were just looking at. This stole this picture from somebody else. Okay, so this is from Oshawa Express, Oshawa, Ontario. Push for portable tiny homes, tiny houses. What do they call this one? They call this one image. Doesn't have a name. Tiny house. They're referring to it as a tiny house. We already tried tiny and house and all the size. They cite Wikipedia. So this is supposedly Wikipedia photo. Wikipedia. Tiny home. I don't see that tiny house picture here. Portable home. Portable hole? I did not mean portable hole. That's funny. So where the hell did that picture come from? Source, Wikipedia photo. Could be gone now. Someone could have replaced it or removed it. Wikipedia goes through edits, right? Fuck. There's also the possibility this just isn't this user's passphrase, but it's the only photo in their secret script. We've only seen this work twice. I am not getting enough positive feedback from my efforts. I think that's the most frustrating thing for me. I am not getting enough positive feedback from the game. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what this is, and I don't know if it's right, because there also are red herring images, because we saw the last user had 2 different images and only one of them was correct. Fucking Saturdays, man. This is a tiny house. It would be considered a mobile home. Little mobile home. Small mobile home. Who the fuck knows, man? I think I should just scrape a different user and just leave this at... I don't know what the fuck that is. Small wood house? Like, I have no fucking idea what this one is. I have no idea what this one is. The article uses portable. Yeah, but it's not the original. Yeah, and that article was in 2022, so I think it's far later than when Sean Encryption came into existence, so... Small wood house. All the other ones are size, color. All the other ones. There's only 3. Size, color, noun, I suppose. So size, color, noun would be small, brown, house. That's what I would expect to see. But I know we did small, brown house. And it didn't work. So... Okay, we're going to have to scrape another user on this company and go through their secret script instead, because I honestly don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here. So, what user did this end up being? 1. I don't remember what my... how I reset the user I on my script. A.I. Okay. So I should do I2. And this should get the next user for this corp. Mark Garv. Man, this is really fucking frustrating. Whoever said this is easier than the QR codes, I would have to disagree with that. Not for me, anyway. This is not easier. The QR codes, I at least knew what I was supposed to be doing. Decode it. I had an easy way to reproduce a correct answer. And so I could say this QR code is supposed to decode into this text because I could test with my phone. And then I could just work away on it until I got that to complete. But for this, there's so many entries that don't decode into anything. There's so much nonsense. There's so many false leads that it's just like, am I right or am I wrong? And it's making me feel like I'm crazy. It is making me feel like I'm going crazy. Because it's like I have even like all the stuff that I've done so far that's working, I don't have 100% confidence in any of it. Because it's like I've confirmed these key strings are correct, but I can't confirm that this is all of them. I can't confirm that there's only 8, because sometimes it still doesn't find an answer using all of these. And is that because some of them are just garbage, but then the ones that look like garbage don't look like garbage in the same way? Right? Sometimes it's just a string and it looks like B64, but when you decode it, it's nonsense. And then some of them come out as just plain garbage, and it's just, there's too much going on here for me. I feel overwhelmed by this. I'm having fun. I feel like I have been working on this for weeks, haven't I? I guess not like every day though. Like a few hours a week, I guess I'm working on this. Man, what a wall. I still have all the locks to figure out. Tier 3 is a huge barrier. Jesus. There's tier 4 after this too. Shuffler's gonna be fun. Man. Both Shuffler and the really mean one. What was the mean one that was just straight deleting upgrades? I'm gonna snooze this ad, but it's only gonna buy us 15 minutes and then I'm done. I'm just like, I'm running out of steam. It's getting close to my lunch anyway. There was Shuffler and there was USAC. SNW USAC. That just... Here's your clue. I deleted one of your upgrades, by the way. And if you get this wrong, I'll delete another one too. Like, it just deletes it. It deletes it first. On your it first gives you your hint, it deletes the upgrade. At least we can probably beta lock sim that one. But like running into that one in real life, well, it shouldn't have done that. I should have captured all of those. That was weird. User's backup script null. Okay, what's going on with that? Is a backup script not in there? I've never seen this happen before, so that's nice. I'm imagining that timed out trying to get some of the calendar entries or the calendar page, and I didn't account for it. I missed a gap in my timeout checks while going through calendar entries. This one? I do a can continue, but maybe that check is not long enough. So I should be able to reset my G and redo those calendar pages. There it is. Okay. I didn't even up my... Okay. Anyway. There it is. That was just timeout coverage gap, I guess. Alrighty. Let's get the key anyway. Plug this into Deshawn. Delete all of these entries. Vault my upgrades. Use capacitor on this. Actually, let's clear, and then we'll start using capacitor, and then we'll flush, and then we'll look at all of these, and then we'll be out of time. That one looks like a plain text image. We'll get to that one when we get to it. Don't need 9 because that's the encryption key and it should stop at 10. Okay, we'll flush that. All right. Start copying these over. That's a 13K string. This is a plain text image, so we're just going to go straight over here and look at it. See, it's another house. The fuck is this? Is it a landmark from Grand Theft Auto? Oh no, it's like a real picture in real life and someone modeled it after Grand Theft Auto or modeled something Grand Theft Auto after it. So that looks like a medium greenhouse or a large greenhouse. Medium greenhouse. Maybe. I guess we could check that one, medium greenhouse. But let's look at the other. Let's take the rest of these things out of the shell text first. And we can check them. But that was the plain text image. Did I have another one? Yeah, I do. I have a few more still. What am I even doing? What am I even doing? What am I looking for? Passphrases? But I have no way to reliably test them. Whatever. Garbage. Garbage. That's an image. Oops, copied the wrong stuff. Cannot display the file. Okay, what happened here? I need to flush this, I think, because the copying didn't work correctly. Copy it from shell instead. Large blue ball, I suppose. Large blue ball. So again, this user has more than one passphrase in its secret script. So we can't test them one by one as we find the images, because the user we find the image for has more than one, and only one of them is right. So I just have to assume like blue ball with small, medium, or large are the 3 size options. And same with house, that there's a small, medium, and large brown house, and a small, medium, and large green house. Maybe. Like, again, no real good way of reliably testing those. So we will, let's look at the rest of these. That's garbage. It's like, I really hope these are garbage. That's plain text. None of these have actually decoded into anything, like base64 decoded into anything. Okay, so then we can take this user back here, go to this, do work, reviews, passphrase, medium green house. All right, there goes our last snooze. Medium green house. Okay, so medium green house is one of the answers. Well, at least we got that one confirmed. Thank God we figured one fucking thing out. Actually, in a way, small black dog is not confirmed either. Unconfirmed. I'm assuming that large blue ball does not work here either. Or medium blue ball. Okay. Okay. So if I up T3 scrape here, and I take this key from Deshaun, I should be able to test at least the scraping stuff in the last few minutes that we have here. Should be able to do key this. Yeah, that's not true because we just confirmed that medium greenhouse is correct. So how come we did medium greenhouse and then it said no? Passphrase is pass. Log G, please. Username, pin, work, passphrase, medium green house, and it returned incorrect passphrase. But we literally just confirmed that ourselves. If we take this one and we just do it ourselves, what the fuck is going wrong here? What the fuck? What the fuck? We log G. We call it. Then we log the response. What the fuck? Do not response includes correct? Well, I'm logging the response is the first problem. I'm logging it, and it's coming out as incorrect passphrase. So it doesn't really matter what my condition is, because the response is incorrect passphrase from this call. But if I copy this object and just paste it right onto the script, it works. So I'm not sure what the fuck is going on there. Medium green house. This should not have resulted in incorrect passphrase. Log the password. Set the passphrase equal to the passphrase. Log G. We call E, which is A dot T. It calls the target script with the G as args. And then it returns the response, and the response is incorrect passphrase. No, it's not. It's not. You're wrong. I don't understand why is this code why is the code above returning the wrong response string? I must have a bug somewhere. Yeah. We're at a time today. We're at a time. Frustrating day today. That was a little frustrating. So we learned a couple more potential passphrases. We wrote some code at least to do some extra scraping and stuff like that, but no big breakthroughs. We found one player location in a decrypted calendar entry, but nothing else. So a very small amount of progress, but not really a lot going on here today. Just kind of still not, I still don't have a full understanding of this process. There's a lot of junk. There's a lot of junk responses, and maybe that's normal. I really hope that's normal, that there's junk responses, because if there aren't, that means that we're still missing a step or an option or a decryption mode or something. Anyway, that's it for today. I got 30 seconds till ad. I don't like ending on ads, so thanks Trilater and Jorstar for your help today. Thanks for coming and watching me struggle. It's always a little bit easier to struggle with an audience, I guess. But that's it. So I think like next week I'm going to do more Bitcraft, but I think on Tuesday we're going to do some more hackmud. So I'll be back on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Oh, free frag, and thanks for the bits. I appreciate that. Okay, everyone, take care. Be good, and I'll see you on Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern. Okay, have a good one, everyone. See ya.